Do 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 do.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to PS Best Friends episode 12 for the week of August 1st, 2017. We are the only PlayStation podcast by the community for the community. We come to you each and every Tuesday with a brand new episode filled with greatness beyond the ordinary. I'm your host, Anthony Palm. Today with us, as always... Who wrote this?
Maybe I did.
Mr. Footlong. I didn't write this, I swear. The captain himself, Jeffrey Mizrahi.
Thanks for having me here today. As always, I do have a foot-long sandwich in my pants, and it's definitely from Subway.
This is...
Eat fresh,
Okay.
eat fresh.
Fucking goddamn it. And the spoiler master himself, Miguel Alvarez.
What's up, guys? That was a good one, huh?
So did I say last week, I think I must have, that I saw Dunkirk?
Yeah.
I think you told us. I don't know if you said it on the podcast.
So I saw it, and then I see in the post earlier this week, like some write-up or something, and it's like, the movie, and compared it to a first-person shooter. And I'm like, what? How? I don't know. I thought it was a little stupid. But, yeah, if I haven't said on the show yet, Dunkirk, really cool film. Probably the best takeaway was Hans Zimmer's score.
That's not surprising to me, though. He's fantastic. And for the first time, a very special guest, my son in stars. It's my very own wife, Taylor Marie Palm.
What's up, everybody?
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, man, I should have got that. Fuck. So what's everyone been playing?
Who wants to start?
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't been playing that much games at all. I haven't been playing a lot of PUBG, but PlayStation-wise, I went back to Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation on the PlayStation Vita. That was the full-fledged Assassin's Creed game that came out in 2012 alongside Assassin's Creed 3. And boys and girls, let me tell you, that game is not half bad. That game is genuinely not half bad. It's like a full-fledged AAA game on a handheld. That's 5 years old.
Does it work? Like the
Works perfectly.
control-wise?
Control-wise, it works perfectly. It gets a little framey around 25 at some points when there's a lot of guys on screen. But in terms of an Assassin's Creed world, like it's pretty open world in the palm of your hands on a fucking Vita. And
Would you say it's better or worse than Assassin's Creed 3? Like the
best.
Assassin's Creed 3.
this same, it takes the best parts and the worst parts of Assassin's Creed 3 and just miniaturizes them. So it's like the shitty climbing around in like the forest in Assassin's Creed 3 in Liberation.
Oh, no.
They have the
Remember, you
bayou.
gotta run around like laying snares for rabbits and dumb shit like that.
I don't think it has the depth of that, but it does have
Good.
like
Good.
unnecessary like crafting things, you know.
Eh.
Not to that extent, but like miniaturized, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Miguel, what you been playing?
I've been playing PUBG on PC, but
Yeah,
I tried
PlayStation podcast.
Yeah, I played the beta for LawBreakers. I played a little bit of that. I tried out Wirelands.
If people want to know what you thought about Lawbreakers, where could they find that?
They can find it on YouTube. And
Where?
URL is who knows, dude? Because if you pop it out, it doesn't pop out.
If you just search for PS Best Friends on YouTube and then scroll a bit after like 3 videos, you'll get our channel and click on that. We still
Yeah,
don't have a
YouTube
link.
is
We're gonna be fleshing out the channel more, but that's just if you want a little preview.
Okay, all right. So we're just gonna clear the air right now because that was a real awkward messaging. We're working on some YouTube stuff, but we don't want to tell you about it until we have stuff to show you. So we do have Miguel's impressions of Lawbreakers
It's
up.
already there. I thought we were gonna say a little bit.
No. We could say Miguel has his impressions up, but like more stuff is to come, and we'll let you know when that stuff is there.
Yeah,
but
that
as of right
sounds good.
now,
That sounds
go
good.
look for Miguel's impressions on YouTube. The link is on our Facebook group. But actually, we're going to get into Lawbreakers a little more later, too, because I played it. Tay actually played it, too. So we'll get into some impressions there. But you said you started dabbling in Wildlands?
Yeah, I played probably like an hour of Wildlands. It's a Ubisoft game. There's a lot of stuff to do. I like the gameplay. I like.
I think it's
Yeah,
fun.
it takes-
It's very fun to play. Like the combat, I think is really fun.
I guess. Comparing it to what though?
Well, Miguel, did you play the last Ghost Recon?
Which one?
Future Soldier.
Yes, I did.
on
Holy shit, that's
360?
the most recent one.
Yeah, the 2011's.
Wow,
Future
I didn't
Soldier.
realize that
I
was.
really like that one.
So did I. I rented that one, and I really enjoyed that campaign. I didn't play the multiplayer or anything, but I really enjoyed the
Really?
campaign.
The campaign was great, dude.
No, I did. I only played the campaign. Not what
Oh, okay, I understand.
I might have said the opposite, honestly. But yeah, that was cool. I liked its futuristic things and it like the whole syncing up the shots. I know Wildlands still has that, but
Yep, Wildlands has the sync shot too, and you could upgrade it and all that shit. I dig it too. I started dabbling in it, but I'm gonna really try and kind of dive into it this coming week. So
I'm
I'll probably have
hoping-
more to actually say about it next week.
What I'm hoping for them to do is whenever they release it in the fall, the actual PvP for 4v4. I wonder how they're gonna do that because the map is huge. I assume they're gonna restrict it to like a small area.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna take like areas of the map and turn it into an arena.
Because that gameplay, I'm gonna be down for it. If it's gonna be 4v4, you're gonna have to position your team and try to sync shots. And oh, dude, that's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I wonder why
I'm
they're
excited.
so because the game came out last year on.
That came out this year. It was what, in February, March? Around there?
They delayed it, right? Because it was supposed to come out like in February. And
I mean, what Ubisoft game hasn't been delayed?
correct.
But yeah, this is a game I'm hoping to get into. I'm hoping that this has the same effect it had when The Division kind of had a resurgence. Because the difference is I jumped into The Division when it first came out, and then I also went back to it when they really upped it. Kind of redid the world and everything and revamped it. But with this one, I didn't play it at launch, so I'm excited to kind of see if there's like a second wave of content that they do.
It's the top selling game of the year so far. So
crazy.
the only thing they could add is just PvP, and that's what they're gonna do. And they're gonna do that in the fall. So
Yeah, because I think that there's 2 expansions as part of the season pass, but they're out. I don't have them. I don't really care about them. I mean,
It's just
once
campaign.
yeah, so whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I haven't really been playing. Haven't really been playing much else. Like I said, Tay and I dabbled with LawBreakers. I don't know. You like LawBreakers?
Yeah, there's a few things about it that I wasn't too big of a fan of, but overall I liked it a lot. I wish I played the beta a little more than I did.
Well, you didn't get into it until Sunday because I kept telling you, I'm like, try this, you're gonna like it, and
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
literally played for like 2 hours yesterday.
what helped out?
You seeing your
Yeah, that's what he's
I
getting
saw
at. He
your
does that all the
YouTube
time.
video.
At least I got someone to play it.
Yeah, I mean he broke my balls for about 4 days and I wouldn't do it and saw your video and then I was like, oh, why not?
Will you compare it to Overwatch or?
Well, let's save that for because we're gonna get into it later. So, why
right.
don't we get into? I don't know how we introduce this anymore because we still haven't fucking come up with a. You know what? We're just gonna do this. Islander report. God fucking damn it! We're gonna get this one day.
Every time.
We're gonna get this one day. One day.
That was great. No, Miguel was totally in the right. It's the R. There'd be some news first.
No, I thought that we say it's time for the Islander report, and then he says, "There be some news."
Do we? Oh, maybe.
You should do that and then put the bell thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say
all right,
Islander
let's
report.
do this again. Let's do this again. And it's time for the Islander report.
There'll be some news.
There are 6 items on the list.
A captain's count.
First up, we got the most exciting news of the month. Always, like, you never know what could happen. It could be a worse bag of eggs or a better bag of eggs. I guess that's a term. August list of free PS Plus games of the month have been revealed. We're looking at Just Cause 3 for the PlayStation 4, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry for PS4. That's the Assassin's Creed 4's standalone DLC. Super Motherload for the PS3. That was a PS4 launch title. and I thought it had cross-buy, but I guess it doesn't because it's only being offered for the PS3. Amazing game though, love it. Snakeball for the PS3, Down Whale for the Vita and PS4, and Level 22 for the PS Vita.
And Downwell is cross-buy, so if you get it for the PS Vita, you get it for the PS4.
Yeah, I'm excited for Downwell.
Have you played Down Whale on iOS or any other devices yet? Or
I haven't played it, but it's one of those games where it's like, I feel like this is going to be a plus game one day. Like, I had that feeling, so here it is.
I thought it wasn't going to be a plus game just because it's a really cheap game. It's like
That's a
$5
good point.
or
Isn't it
something.
like, I thought it was even cheaper than that. Unless I just maybe I've seen it go on sale for like $2
It's like $5 or $10, honestly. But Down Whale's fun. I don't really. It never put its hooks in me. Like, it never, it's like, oh, I gotta keep, because it's like a roguelike. It's like a Spelunky in that way, where it's like you start from the beginning every time.
Right.
And it's like I would have much rather Down Whale if it was like levels, but I guess that's
Well,
a
don't you
completely
upgrade
different
your
genre.
character though? I thought.
I don't know how persistent the upgrades are. I'm like 90. I played it a bunch on the phone, and I'm like 99% sure it's only per thing.
Okay.
There might
And
be
so
some way.
These go live the day after we're recording because it actually happens to fall on a Tuesday, the first. So that's cool. So I'll probably fuck around with Downwell. I'll download level 22 and then probably delete it, but I'll try it. So I'll report back on a couple of these. Just Cause 3, I kind of want to download, but I feel like it's probably 60 gigabytes, and I'm not going to play it. So
I had Just Cause 3, and I played it. I got it on the sale for the on winter. I remember what was the name of the sale for like $20. It's a fun game. If you played the first one and the second one, it's similar. Go in there and just explode everything.
Use
just
your
fun
like
to go in
your
there, yeah.
claw or whatever, your rope.
Yep. Your rope thingy, just go in there, get 2 cars, explode them. It's pretty much try to get your big explosion just to happen. That's pretty much what it is.
So it's
Just
like
chaos.
it's like the non-zombies version of Dead Rising.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you just
I wish they added because on PC there's a mod for it, like multiplayer wise. I wish that was on the consoles too. Just go in there with like a couple people and just start
Multiplayer
just
would be cool
making
for that.
chaos for it, because that'd be great.
Yeah. You know what also is a game about people?
Well, hold up. We'll figure that out soon. But no, it's just I love when open world games are plus games. So and usually we get like one and then like one more linear game. We're getting 2 open world PS4 plus games.
You would count Freedom Cry as I mean, technically it's open world.
I
but
never
it's like-
played Freedom Cry, but I assume it has either a smaller map, but still a big Assassin's Creed map, and it's an Assassin's Creed game in the name. I can't imagine it doesn't have eagle
Isn't
points
it-
and stuff.
Isn't it in the same map?
I'm
it's a-
pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's in Haiti. It's about the
I'm sure it's based on the same assets though.
Probably.
yeah. It's a one of a side character from the
Yeah,
main
it's
game.
Adewale.
Adewale, yeah. I never played 4 and 5 were the ones I missed.
4 was rad.
Really?
You should check out Black Flag one day.
I
when
did.
it-
So
Black
I
Flag's probably
did.
the
I
best
did
one, in
play
my
4. I didn't beat 4. I played like 5 or 6 hours, and I'm like, I hate ship combat. So
Really, that was
if,
the best part of the game, I think.
I everyone says that I cannot be like more out of the loop on this, where it's like everyone's like, oh, the Assassin's Creed 4 is just an
mean-
awesome part. It's like I hated controlling that.
They're
See,
making a game just specifically.
I know.
Skull
It's
and Bones.
crazy.
Skull and Bones does look dope.
I feel like I'm in crazy world. But yeah, so get juiced up for some good plus games. Next up, the game about people that Anthony teased so long ago. Happens to be The Sims 4 is finally coming to PS4, and if you pre-order it right now, you will get up to 3 days. You will get the game up to 3 days in advance before
It's
launch.
funny how they say it.
Yeah, right. And, but the launch is November 17th, and pretty much like EA Games have been doing for the past 2 years or year or whatever, is pre-order it and get it early, I guess. So it's like, hey,
But it's like maybe.
confuse people as to when the launch of your game is. Thumbs up, like, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so pretty much unless you want to wait until that Tuesday the game comes out on November 14th.
Yeah.
It's so
And
stupid.
that's amazing.
Just say it comes out November 14th. And I don't know, it doesn't
You
make any sense.
pre-order it.
Because does it do you get it 3 days early at retail too?
They didn't explain it.
Because if they just say buy it digital and you get it 3 days early, don't even say pre-order. I feel like pre-order is such a bad word nowadays too. But
Because how does that work? If you come in 2 days before the game comes out, can you still pre-order? You know, like, and then you get it 2
that's
days.
what I'm
but, like,
saying. Yeah, it's so stupid.
why not just
wording
release
behind
the
it
game
is
on one
dumb.
fucking date? You know, whatever.
I don't know. You guys Sims aficionados? I know Tay Tay was into Sims 3 on console on PS3.
I juiced hard. The only Sims I ever juiced on was was Sims 3 PC. I really enjoyed, but I don't know how to translate to console.
I've actually only played on console. I've played Sims, the original Sims, Herbs, Busting Out, all of them console.
Going back to like
PlayStation.
PS2 or PS1, whatever the first one was.
PS2, I believe. I prefer it on console. I've tried playing it PC. Don't really like it, but I'm just
What's the
used to it.
difference on it? Other than control-wise, obviously, the keyboard and mouse.
Is it just the controller?
I feel like it actually ran better on PlayStation.
Well, you might have had a shake PC back
Yeah,
then, too,
but
so.
well, what I was working with, it ran better for PlayStation.
Yeah. You think you're gonna want it?
I don't know. I was into Sims 3, but
I mean, you did make me re-buy it for PS3 like last year because you were randomly itching
I
for
also
it, so.
haven't touched it, so that's
Well, that's
why
also
I don't
because
know.
it's a PS3 and not a PS4.
True. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll dabble with it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't even know. Is Sims 4 much of an improvement on Sims 3?
I heard they actually
don't
didn't
remember.
add a lot.
Yeah.
I heard that because I actually posted this on the Kind of Funny group, and I asked on computer PC wise, should I just stick with my Sims 3 or is it worth getting Sims 4? And most people were just like, stick to Sims 3. But at the same time, it's only going to be Sims 4 on PS4. Like, you don't have the option of Sims 3 on PS4. Yeah. So,
if I recall, I think it got the same backlash as SimCity did, where like it was like a stripped down version. It's like this like new EA shit. But I could.
Well, I'm sure this one on I wonder if it's going to come with any extra content on PS4, or if they're going to still make you buy separate expansions on PS4.
If you
Because I know there's like
pre-order it-
hundreds, not literally hundreds, but there's like a lot of expansions for Sims 3, and I'm sure there's a ton for Sims 4 as well.
Because if you
Deluxe
pre-order
Party
it,
Edition.
you're gonna
wouldn't be
get a bunch
surprised,
of
man.
stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do have DLC down the line if they don't have it at launch or whatever. But speaking of free DLC on, or maybe paid DLC, not quite, whatever. Ubisoft announced that 2 new seasons are coming later this year for the game For Honor, with the first arriving in August and the other 2 to follow sometime in November. And the other one. In addition to gameplay updates, the seasons will feature new heroes, maps, and additional gear variations.
That's really cool.
Those with the season pass will get early access to the new heroes. So another one of those things where we don't know what the fuck the release date is for the thing because there's like 2. Dedicated servers are also on their way, as Ubisoft Montreal is currently working on an infrastructure that will be introduced further down the road.
Thank fucking God for dedicated servers. I don't understand how it's still taking them this long, because that was the biggest problem with the game, is that the host would quit and then it would just fuck everyone else.
Like
So,
that's the main reason people stop playing it, right?
yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure these are going to be like quote-unquote free, but you have to buy them with the in-game currency, and then you could pay money to get more in-game currency, or you get them with the season pass or some shit like that. I'm sure that's
What does a season entail? Like maps? Like is it?
No,
like,
it's like a season in any season-based PvP game, like how there's a season in Overwatch, or there's a season in PUBG.
I thought a season of content, like a season of like the DLC season. You know?
Yeah, it's like
every-
they're just adding new characters. There's gonna be it's like a refresh. Like, you know how the Division would have like big updates every like 6 months or whatever. It's like kind of like that. They're just glamorizing it a little more than they need.
Is it the same as Rainbow Six? Like the
Probably like
the
that,
maps
yeah,
are free for everyone.
the
but,
siege, probably similar to the siege, honestly.
Yeah, definitely sounds like Siege, like how you have to get the operators in Rainbow Six.
Yeah, like you gotta pay or unlock them as you play.
Yeah, you can earn the currency in game, but you gotta grind in the game to get it if you don't want to pay for it.
Unsurprising, Ubisoft is continuingly to make games as service, which I think is pretty cool. And
Yeah,
I mean, I'm glad they're supporting the game. It's a fun game when it works and when I'm not getting my teeth kicked in, because
I
it's
mean,
really hard.
isn't it the second best-selling game of the year?
Isn't it
like
Wildlands
top
and then
5.
and then For Honor? It's
no, I think it's-
For Honor's up there. For Honor's up there. I want to
Exactly.
say
It's on the top 5 for sure.
Zelda is probably 2.
Yeah, or Mario.
So, but I think it's top 5 for
It's up there.
For Honor.
Paranormal Activity: The Lost Soul will arrive August 15th on PSVR. Paranormal Activity VR game is based on the movie franchise's mythology, but doesn't focus on any particular installment. Oh, so Paranormal Activity, the horror movies that's like the cameras in the room and shit. Yeah, with like the night
the
vision
fucking
stuff.
shaky cam bullshit.
The VR game takes place
Found footage, sorry.
Yeah, the VR game places players in a home set in the woods with something scary lurking there. Developer VRX.
VR works.
Oh, hot, cute. It should have been a space, whatever. Terrible name. It's promising support for Paranormal Activity: The Last Soul after release, with updates for the horror game already in the works. That sounds cool. VR horror games have already this early on PSVR have already proven to either be a hit or miss. So,
Tay, you gonna play this?
What?
The Paranormal Activity VR?
No, probably not. I'll do without a heart attack.
She had a fucking. So,
I had a meltdown doing the VR shark encounter. I had to take the headset off before I even saw
she
the
had the
shark.
headset on, and then one of our cats like brushed her leg when the shark was on screen, and it like made her jump out of her skin. It was pretty funny.
Have you guys been seeing this Twitch clip being passed around of this dude playing Outlast 2, and it's the number one viewed clip on Twitch right now with the most views. It's he's playing and his kid walks into the room and like it's like Daddy, and it sounds like it's coming for the game. But then he turns his head, sees his baby, and like jumps like on stream. It's the funniest thing.
He turns around and sees his kid on the
No,
game.
he turns like he's playing the game, and then he quickly turns his head. Like
So he's not playing a VR game. He's playing Outlast 2.
He's playing Outlast.
I was thinking he was playing VR 2, and I was confused. So I was like, how did he turn and see his kid if he's got a headset on? But then I remembered you said
Kid
Outlast
is
2.
in the game. Whoa. But yeah, so VR is getting support, and we'll see with new releases this week. No lie, at E3, like they weren't fucking around. Like they are coming out with support for
The
PSVR.
games are coming out. Yeah, it's
The
just
issue-
that they're not advertising those games that are coming out.
Exactly. The issue I'm gonna have, which I'm gonna say before the drop, there's gonna be VR games in the drop, but they're not focusing on saying this is the VR game of the week. Like last week, we had like 3 VR games, right? They can't be just saying, here are these 3 games, figure out which one's good. PlayStation, Sony has to be doing it themselves, saying,
Yeah.
like promoting this game, like what they did for Farpoint, but for third-party games or for other, like even their own games, like once a month, like
Even
one
On
great
their
VR game.
on their page, they could just make a little montage of the games that are.
Well, because
coming
even when
out
you
for
look
VR.
at if you look at the PlayStation blog, they're usually highlighting some at the top. Like right now, it's Wolfenstein 2. Why can't they do that even for just like a day, like on Tuesday when people are going to look at the drop? Just put a VR game up there.
They
I
should.
don't know, son. I don't know.
I don't know.
Next up, I didn't know this got announced, and congrats, because it's a pretty crazy launch in Japan this week. I saw on some internet things. Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age will be released in the West sometime in 2018, Square Enix says. Yeah, so like if you don't know, like Dragon Quest is like in such an insane phenomena in Japan. Like there's like it's not true, but there's these like rumors that like they have to make a law once that a Dragon Quest game can't be released on a work day because so many people take off. Yeah, no, it was made up.
It was a phenomenon over there.
It really
It's
is
supposed to be
like
one of the biggest games like coming out.
I mean, I'm aware that Dragon Quest is a huge franchise, but I didn't know it was that big.
no, in Japan it is everything. It is literally lines out.
See, I
the
thought that was
door.
like Monster Hunter.
You can't that too, but I think Dragon Quest is bigger.
Well, it's been around way longer too. So
Yeah. Like literally, like you can
way
you can barely
longer.
find yourself with a physical copy. You guys play Dragon Quest at all or no?
I played Dragon Quest Builders.
Nice.
I tried that too. But I
It's
didn't
never
actually.
a
Wasn't I think Dragon Quest 10 like bad or something? I remember.
Wasn't it
you
like an
talking about
MMO
it.
or something?
10 was an
something
MMO.
like that.
10 was.
Yeah, I don't know. The name for Dragon Quest 11 is kind of long. Echoes of an Elusive Age. I just feel like that doesn't roll off the tongue.
Dragon Quest. The only one I played was Dragon Quest 9 on the DS.
Okay.
Sentinels of the Starry Sky. So I think they like doing some alliteration with the names. I
It
don't
could
know.
also be the way that it's translated too. Like maybe it's more succinct in Japanese. So
But yeah, so this one's coming out to PS4 and 3DS.
yeah,
if
so
you're
good for
into
the
that.
West.
The weirdest combination of consoles ever, by the way. PS4 and 3DS. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, no! Isn't there a bundle for the game that comes with the 3DS and PS4 versions in one box? That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
So weird.
Talking about box things, GameStop stores will be open on Thanksgiving Day this year. Company told staff during a series of conference calls this morning. According to two people who were there on those calls, it's a change in policy that has upset some employees of the massive video game retail chain. I can only imagine how shitty this is, having to work on Thanksgiving. So they haven't... GameStop hasn't been open on Thanksgiving since 2014.
Really?
They've been closed on Thanksgiving since then, yeah.
Yeah, so coming from someone that used to work in a retail store that had to be open on Thanksgiving, I worked at Target for 7 years, 3 of those in electronics. The other 4 were in the back room. And then I worked at Radio Shack. And I had to actually come in like in the middle of the day at Thanksgiving. Like I had to leave. Did I have to leave early from...
You had to...
Oh no, that was Easter. I had to work on Easter
you
too.
Had to leave
so
brunch early, yeah.
but yeah, I did have to work the morning of Thanksgiving at Radio Shack, which really sucked. So coming from someone that's been there, done that, it's bullshit. It's total bullshit.
It's bullshit, but business-wise, they're gonna make a lot of money.
Capitalism.
That's what it is. It's just
I know.
money.
It's just it sucks.
This is
But
the
another
last,
reason to go all digital.
the last grasp that GameStop's really going to do, man. Their financials have been dropping like a mofo, and if this is like a lot, like
They gotta do something.
Like you know your company's really grasping for some bucks when like they're like, all right, fuck it, let's stay open on Thanksgiving. You know, it's like we need that money really. It's gonna make them a shitload.
Have you guys stepped in GameStop lately?
Yeah, every like other week maybe.
I was there for something, and I called the other day to get the Destiny 2 fidget spinner. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we talked about it last week, right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
So if you
You're
pre-ordered
joking, right?
the game this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, this past one, you get a free Destiny 2 fidget spinner.
So stupid.
I called up on Sunday because I was busy Saturday, and they ran out. Or like I'm like, wait, so how many did you get? He's like, we only got 10. Dude, Destiny 2 fidget spinner? That's insane. I need that.
I
No,
literally
you're
can't
not-
tell if you're serious or not.
I need that.
You don't need it. Nobody needs that fucking crap.
I don't
So
need a fidget
stupid.
spinner. I don't need a fidget spinner.
No, listen, I'm not hating on anyone that wants to have a fidget spinner. I just think it's a little silly, is all.
No, if you have a fidget spinner, you're a fucking loser. If you have a Destiny 2 fidget spinner, you're fucking
You're
G.
still a loser.
You're a G.
My point that I was gonna make, it's
Yeah.
the store is converting more into like half of the store is just like toys and
Yeah, it's all like pops, like
Yeah,
pop
dude, I'm
figures
like-
and fucking
Half of it is a
mugs and
fun
board
cool
games.
fucking display
shirts
shop,
and shit.
honestly.
and last week when I walked in there, like they were putting more stuff still. I'm like, eventually the store's not gonna be selling games; they're just gonna be selling toys and stuff like
But
that.
not for nothing, literally 90% of like the Switch displays are all empty boxes, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, we gotta order that for you." Like, what the fuck's the point of it then? Like, what's the point of displaying it? It's so
not even
stupid.
that. They have bundles. They're selling the Switch with bundles, with a bunch of
That's
like
the other thing
Game
that's
of Two.
bullshit. Yeah, they won't. They have them to sell a la
Oh
carte.
yeah,
But they only sell them in a bundle that they make. Like it's all a la carte pieces that they put in just a normal cardboard box in a warehouse. It's not like if you buy the Destiny 2 PS4 Pro White Edition bundle. That's like you can only get that PS4 with that bundle. Whereas with GameStop, it's like, well, we have these Switches that we could sell on their own, but we're only going to choose to sell them if you also buy like $200 worth of other shit.
funny thing. There was a guy there trying to buy the actual Switch, just
Oh
by
my
itself.
god. I can't
And
imagine.
they were like, "Oh no, you gotta buy the bundle and all this stuff." And I'm like, I think it was available at Amazon or something if you had Prime. And I'm like, I popped it out. I'm like, "Hey man, you got Amazon? Buy it there."
Yeah.
And the employee just looked at me and just were like, "What the fuck, dude?" And the guy just popped his phone up and probably ordered it there. I'm like, dude, it's just bullshit that they're doing that.
I do not envy the GameStop cashier that has to explain people that they only could buy them in bundles, you know? Like, that's
Yeah,
like...
It's policy. They gotta do it, but
I know,
it's
I
just
guess you
like,
gotta do.
it sucks,
But,
man.
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I've been there, done that. Actually, one of my best friends used to work at GameStop too, and he told me all kinds of shit about like their policies that just no one really agrees with, but they have to just grit their teeth and do it anyways.
One quick thing that I gotta say too, I think it started today, the 31st of July. I think it's gonna be the whole week. GameStop is having a digital sale, so a bunch of the games are like for sale. I think 2K is like $20. You just gotta buy the code.
So you buy the
Oh,
code
that's
from the website.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
there's a bunch
that's like
of
petty
games
almost.
like that. GTA 5 is $30. So, the DLC for Black Ops 3 is like $30, I think.
Yeah, here
There's
we
a
go. I
bunch
got it
of
right
games.
here. Digital
Yeah,
sale.
you got it?
Let's see. You could buy a fuck ton of NBA 2K17 VC.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think WWE 2K
let's sort
is
this.
on sale too,
PlayStation.
$20.
Okay, so if you sort by PlayStation, it's all just PlayStation like store gift card like codes, but they're not on sale. So it's like digital sale, $20 gift card for $20. Like, okay, well, what's the point?
Yeah,
There's
you
a bunch
gotta
of stuff
actually
that's not even on sale too. What the fuck?
I don't even know how that
Yeah,
works.
don't
honestly.
sort don't
Like,
sort
don't-
it for
deals.
PS4
Do they
because
have
they
to
don't come out.
pay for it?
Yeah, let's see.
Either way,
Oh, GTA 5 was for PC only too. I don't know if it's also for PS4, but I only see the PC version. Destiny: Rise of Iron for $7 whole off. Oh boy.
Call of Duty Remastered, the Berry Park, the pack.
Oh, the
It's
variety
12
pack.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and here are the list of PlayStation games coming to every possible PlayStation platform as read by the community of PS Best Friends for the week of August 1st, 2017. First up, we have Avon Colony coming to PS4 on retail. This has already been out on digital, but has a
Came
nice
out last
box
week.
art. Want to get that on your shelf? Bada bing, bada boom. Castle Storm VR Edition coming to PSVR digital. Catapult yourself onto the battlefield like never before in Castle Storm VR. Exciting. Demetrius, the big cynical adventure, coming to PS4 digital. The art for this one looks interesting. That's my pitch.
It almost looks like I'm sorry, it's just like I don't know. You ever seen that Harmontown like ad that runs on Facebook all the time for that
Yeah.
like Dan Harmon like high fantasy cartoon thing? Does like it almost looks like that.
It does slightly, I agree. Next up, Dino Frontier coming to PSVR digital. This is an interesting game. We were looking at some videos beforehand. It's a god simulator game that just the world is mixing of dinosaurs and Wild West. So you move, like you pick up guys, you put them down, like you move around shops and stuff.
So
Stuff that
you like
tickles
pick up a
your-
guy and drop him on a dinosaur.
Yeah,
in
you
the
could have.
bottom.
You could pick up a guy, put him on top of the dinosaur, and I was riding the dinosaur.
Nice.
Oh my god, yeah, there was a guy riding a dinosaur. I like didn't even process that when I was watching the video before.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game looks kind of rad. It's another one that like maybe if it drops to $20 on a sale, I'll pick it up just to have sound on VR. The other thing too is I haven't really used my VR lately because I'm moving soon and it's kind of like packed up and we packed up like half the apartment. So it's like once I move, I'm gonna definitely start jumping into more of these VR games.
Nice.
Next up, Draw Fighters for PS4 digital. Draw Fighters is a turn-based combat game with funny, amazing visuals. Fighters face each other in their struggle for victory in the great tournament of the Three Volcanoes. Little disappointed. The picture looked cool, that's why I wanted to read it, but the reading description didn't help me. Hopefully a video will help this. Next up, Frisky Business coming to PS4 digital. You are Mr. Falco
Jesus.
Frisk, private detective of First Investigative Solutions. Develop your relationships with your team as you take on your very first case. And the picture for this is a lot of scantily clad women with a very handsome man in the front.
Interesting.
How do you feel about dating Sims, Tay?
I got no words for that.
What's it called? Dad Dater, Hot Daddy. What is it? The new game that's out everyone talked about?
Isn't it like just Dad Sim or something like that?
Hot
Hot Dad Sim. I don't fucking know.
Fucking dads.
Is that even coming to PlayStation?
I don't think so. That'd be
I
great.
don't even
if
think
it
it
was.
is, but it's a game where
made
like
by,
you date hot dads, and it's like
It's made by the Game Grumps fellas.
yeah, but like people got real mad that game got delayed by like a couple days or a week or whatever. And it's like, do you even know what game you're getting mad about?
No, obviously. Next up, The Long Dark coming to PS4 digital. This has been in early access for a while, right? Now
Yeah, it's
finally-
been on Xbox and Steam as early access or whatever the fuck it's called on Xbox for like a real long while. I feel like at least a year, maybe even longer.
Interesting.
So full release finally.
I'm looking through the screenshots. It looks interesting.
Cool. Next up, Patapon Remastered. Finally, Greg Miller will shut up about Patapon.
Yeah.
It's coming out to PS4 digital, not Vita. If you're unfamiliar with Patapon, Patapon returns to PlayStation with all new enhancements, taking full advantage of PS4 and PS4 Pro. For years, the Patapon tribe has lived in a desolate frontier, driven from their homes by the evil Zigguton army. Finally, their wait has come to an end as the drums of war are heard once again. So what this game is pretty much a combat game, but
It's rhythm-based combat.
yeah, rhythm-based, yeah. So, like, you hit, like, square, square, triangle, and then your guys, like, shoot, like, arrows. Square, square, circle, and then, like, you'll make a charge or something, or, like, a different combo. But it's all to a rhythm on screen, like, so it's, like... it's
like there's, like the war drums that when you're,
very cool game. Check it out. Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, coming to PS4 digital retail. And that is it. And that is it for the week of August 1st.
All right, now it's time for topic of the episode.
So the topic is gonna be LawBreakers, the beta. I played it. I played a bunch of it. Anthony, you played it too, right?
I think all of us played it, right?
Yeah, I played a bunch on the PC beta and played a couple games or two, all pretty drunk, this weekend on PS4. Biggest question, let's get it out there. It has to be compared to Overwatch. Well, what do y'all think? What are the comparisons?
Who wants to go first? Miguel, you want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. The game, in my opinion, we talked about it too, Anthony. It's between Overwatch and Titanfall. It's more based. It's closer to Overwatch than Titanfall. You got your heroes. You got the Law, and then the Breakers. Each one has their own style of gameplay. You got the medic, you got the assault guy, you got the melee, you got the guy with the shotgun. What else? I'm missing like one or two more. But
did you say the Wraith? Because the Wraith was the guy I used a lot.
Yeah, you were comparing him to who on Overwatch?
No, so the Wraith I was comparing to how I play Titanfall 2.
Oh, okay. How do you play that?
So Titanfall 2, I play with the gun called the Alternator, which is like a submachine gun. And I like to slide a lot in Titanfall. And so I like to slide jump and use the SMG hip fire with whatever the perk is that gives you better accuracy when you hip fire. And then I like to get up close and personal and melee a lot of people. So I really dig that the Wraith, you can kind of get right up to someone and just like stab him with the sword real quick. Yep. Like he's got a super fast melee. I also love the sticky that he has. Like he shoots a sticky grenade out of his knife, which is
like a
rad.
ballistic knife.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like the ballistic knife from Black Ops 1.
The one that I really enjoyed that I liked was the assassin. So it has like a rope in one hand, like it wraps something, and like if you get someone, if you wrap one of the enemies, and I think you're the one pulling close to them, and you got a samurai knife, sword.
Yeah, it pulls you in like real close to them.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious.
I like the assassin because it lets you jump around the map like Spider-Man. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
I was messing around with the assassin towards the end of the beta yesterday, and I was starting to really dig it.
But now, so biggest thing that sets like its gimmick, I guess you'd say, is anti-gravity, right?
Okay.
Now, how do you think?
Here's the thing with this game.
Yeah, hit me.
In my video, I talked about it, and that's the only problem. My problem with the game is the anti-gravity, the bubble. Every time you jump into it, you're really floaty, and I feel like I don't have control of my character. Like if you get the guy with the rocket launcher, if you shoot down, you're gonna propel up because there's no gravity, obviously. And like I could see how that works for that game, but I don't feel in control of my player at all.
Yeah, I have to absolutely agree with everything you just said. That was my biggest problem with it. I was telling Anthony yesterday and that's actually what I didn't like about Overwatch when they did that weekend with the anti-gravity maps. I just don't like not being in control. And I compare it to actually Destiny with the anti-gravity because the character I use, I could actually control myself and drop myself while I'm floating.
Yeah, because you play as the Warlock.
Yeah, so I hate that. I have no control when I'm floating in the air. That's my only complaint about the game.
Yeah, like I said, if they are able to tweak it a little bit so you're able to control it a little bit more, I think just find somewhere in the middle. Because myself, I just need control of my character at all times.
Yeah, so I was starting to get used to it a little bit. If you use the Wraith's melee, like the L2 melee, it'll kind of jump you in the direction you want to go. So like there's ways to learn how to do it with certain characters, but yeah, I do agree they could tone it down a little bit, or at least give you a little more agency when you're in the air.
Each character has their own things that you're able, like the assassin with the rope, you're able to grab something and pull yourself in. So
Yeah, I do like that.
There's different characters that you're able to make yourself able to control it, but you're when you're shooting, it's just really floaty.
I think I went and get I think I was disappointed early on just because I was kind of expecting, like in the anti-gravity thing, like pretty much just a game with all Pharahs. Like that'd be pretty cool, right? Farah from Overwatch, because I think Farah controls so well. Like I think you have a lot of control.
Yeah,
with her
so you thought the whole entire game was anti-grav. You didn't realize it was just certain areas.
There's certain areas and maps, and it's is it ever the majority of the map? I haven't played a map that it was.
Certain. It's usually the
certain
middle
maps
section.
It's a bigger area than others.
Certain maps.
So usually there's a bubble in the
It's a
middle.
minority, like it's still like a minority of the map.
Oh yeah, but there's like in the middle of the map, there's usually a bubble there, and like towards the sides of the map, or towards like the end sections of the map. But there's always gonna be something in the middle. And when you're running towards it, there's no gravity there, just pure gravity, and it make no. I'm making no sense. I got lost myself.
No, I get you.
I know what you're saying though. I don't know. I dig the game.
The game's fun.
I'm glad they did the open beta because I thought it was going to be one of those like quote unquote core games where they're not going to do like an open beta for it, and it's like you have to like know this guy who got you a code 7 years ago to get into the closed beta. And like I'm glad they did it because now I'm totally interested in the game. When a week ago I was like I don't really care.
Well, now so you bring that up. So now it's not going to be a free to play game. However, I think it might. Well, it was at one point.
It's
$40.
$29.99.
$29.99 right now.
$30.
Yeah,
$30 at launch. It's coming out in a month or something, or a couple weeks.
When myself and Anthony were playing during the beta, we were discussing about the game, maybe getting the game, and we were thinking at that time that it was $40, and we're like, maybe when it drops to like $30, $20, we'll get it. And then like a day after, I think we checked the price on it, and it was $30. I'm like, like I'm actually might get it.
Yeah. Well, you kind of want to get it, right?
Yeah, I want to get it. It comes out next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, so a week from now. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, both having an open beta a week before. I guess. I don't know.
So
it creates interest of the game too, especially since
true.
it's been out on PC for a while. And the game is actually fun. I really had fun with the game.
Yeah,
I wasn't
the
expecting
deciding factor was the fact that Tay wants to get it. Because if she had no interest, I wouldn't have bothered. But if she's gonna play it with me, $30 really cuts it in half to $15 a person if we're both playing it.
So if you guys are interested, just go to the Facebook page. There's a link for the video there, and I'm gonna tweet about it too. Until we change the URL for the YouTube page, because we gotta wait 30 days or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, we're working on getting the YouTube page looking nice and pristine.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll post some links to Miguel's videos.
But yeah, so you guys, whoever's playing, whoever listeners picking up Lawbreakers, throw your PSNs in the Facebook group, and we'll get some games going with with all of us. All right, so now. Talked about a big game this week that originally didn't have trophies, but now it's getting trophies. Patapon Remastered. What are those trophies looking like, Miguel?
So Patapon is coming, obviously, when you're hearing it today, August 1st. It has 13 bronzes, 19 silver, 3 gold, and a platinum. It looks obtainable. You're going to be able to get it if you play the campaign, grind it a little bit probably. The hardest one that I'm seeing people having problem is collecting 9 divine items. So it's pretty much a section of the campaign, mini missions, I guess. So you gotta complete a little section of just the rhythm bass. I don't know how to even call it. It's just you just gotta press every time there's like a rhythm, and you just gotta imitate it. Like there's like
Like a
two,
Simon says.
three,
Like a Simon
yeah,
says.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, like Simon
Simon
says, like
Says?
three.
Oh,
It
that's
has
cool.
like 3 taps or something like that, and then you gotta do the 3 taps, and it goes faster and slower, and you gotta mash it.
So there's a whole string of those types of little
Yeah,
mini missions,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
got to. Okay.
This is the trophy that Greg Miller is having trouble
It's
with, right?
pretty much the only one that he needs, and he's just having so much trouble with it.
Are you guys gonna pick up Patapon Remastered?
That's the thing, man. I'm terrible at rhythm games. Like, I really enjoy rhythm games. Like, I love Guitar Hero and I love Rhythm Heaven. But this game, like, I played Patapon 3 on the Vita or PSP or whatever, and it seemed like it like kind of like required you to have like consistently good rhythm, which I just don't have. So it's like,
If you get it this week, it's on sale, 20% off, so it's $11.99. So if you're gonna get it, save those.
$11.99. Shit.
Yeah.
It's $15
So,
normally, right?
So right
$14.99.
now, because it's gonna first week, if you wanna get it right now.
Is this what's the third game? It's this the remastered. This Parappa, and it was one they just did. Loco Roco.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So I think that's all of them, the ones that they showed last
I'm
E3.
not good with rhythm games, so I might get it, I might not. I don't know yet. I'm debating.
Yeah, if it was on Vita, if the remaster was for Vita, I'd 100% would have got it. I just I don't have enough time as it is to play the other PS4 games I have, and I would buy this, play 10 minutes of it.
If you're good at it, it's an easy trophy, a platinum trophy.
Yeah, but I feel like this is gonna go on sale for like $5 in like the winter or something.
I'm sure in the holidays I could see it for like $5.
I mean, the other thing too is like, we do want to like support Sony for bringing back these older games that we've been asking for. So I don't want to say don't buy it. You know what I mean? If you're interested in the game, I'm just not a huge Patapon fan, so that's why I'm not jumping at it. But if you're a huge Patapon fan,
Hey, if you're
definitely
a fan,
support it and tell Sony like, hey, we want more of these
It's
classic
like
games.
when Crash came out, people supported it. I'm sure they heard it. They're probably thinking of remastering another game.
They
Hopefully
better be
CTR.
fucking doing Spyro.
Oh no, I want CTR, dude. They do that, and I'm balls deep days one, dude. I'm going all at it. And they better put some trophies on it too.
All right.
Can't wait. So that is it for Trophy Room.
All right, so now we got questions of the episode. We got 2 this week. Remember, you can join us on the PSBF Facebook group by going to facebook.com/groups/PSBestFriends. Get your question answered on the show. This week we have 2 questions, like I said earlier, from the Facebook group. First is from a previous guest on the show, Nathaniel Hicks. His question is, what if games we love were made by different developers? So pretty much just name a game that you love, and then what would a different developer's take on that be?
His example was Uncharted made by Gorilla or Ratchet made by Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
So something like that.
Yeah. So the most common one always said in these questions, or used to be the most common, this game and Platinum should do it. While I would love that, Platinum just has kind of not been the greatest recently. So they have kind of with Nier, but then before that they were kind of shitty. So I'm not gonna say Platinum now, even though I would like to see a bunch of different games. Platinum take on a bunch of different games, like OG Platinum. What I am thinking though is get the old gang back together from original Rational Games, so like 2007, 2011 Rational Games, guys who made BioShock, and have them do a Metal Gear Solid.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I think that'd be really, really
I'm gonna
weird.
cry
really
myself to
interesting.
sleep that's never gonna happen.
I would like to see what Ken Levine would do with the Metal Gear story, like what what political thing would he take? Like Kojima always like addresses like these weird political topics, but like in a really like weird, like really deep way. I don't really know how to explain.
And then there'll
like,
just be a flaming spermware.
yeah, exactly how Kojima's. But I think I'd like to see what Ken Levine would do with Solid Snake. What about you guys?
That sounds really rad. I would say I would want a game that I don't like to be done by a studio that I do like.
Ah, interesting.
So, like, what's a game that I just couldn't get into?
Like a Souls game, maybe. You know?
No, see, I dig those games. I'm just not that good at them, but I know if I practice more, I could be good at them. So I wouldn't go with one of those. I think that I would have to say, like, I don't know. I just never got into the Infamous games. I respect them. I don't want to say that they are done wrong now, but they just didn't appeal to me. And I feel like if Infamous was done by...
Woof woof, Naughty Dogs.
No, then it would get super serious and fucking it would be 18 hours longer than it needed to be. What if Infamous was done
By a baby and a cucumber.
That's weird.
That's my new development studio.
A baby and a
I'm trying to think of like my favorite
Yeah.
games because I keep coming back to Kojima too, and I think Infamous by Kojima would be too fucked up, so I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. That'd be a
It
funny.
would be
movie.
kind of funny. What if
The morality, like the question.
I don't know, Miguel, go. I'm gonna think on this.
All right. So I'm thinking, Naughty Dog, and I would like to see either a Call of Duty campaign, not the multiplayer, but the campaign, or Star Wars.
Didn't the Infinite Warfare have someone from Naughty
They
Dog?
had a writer. Yeah, they had a writer. It's
Yeah.
like the new Star Wars game that's gonna be created by Berso.
Henning, Amy. Yeah.
Henning, yeah.
Yeah, Visceral and Amy Hennig.
But I would like to
that's
have
happening,
the
that's
core
happening.
team doing it.
Yeah.
Can you guys
So-
see
so
something
like a Bruce Straley and Neil Druckmann doing it? I guess like this is like new class, really. Not really. They work on it. Amy Hennig's the OG writer.
Yeah. What if
What you got? What you got?
this one sounds kind of cliche to do this to Infamous, but what if Rockstar did Infamous?
Oh, asshole! Yeah, that's disrespectful. I'm insulted.
What do you mean? Why is that disrespectful?
Because you can't take the best open world guys and say, oh, they should do every open world game, you know?
All right. See, that's why I was saying it might be too easy of an answer. I don't know. I don't know what studio. Maybe I would say the studio that worked on Nier.
I mean, if you had PC, you probably
I would take the
create-
Nier Automata studio and put them on an Infamous remake.
That's
I think
Platinum.
that would be.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Platinum's weird.
Platinum partnered with Square Enix, right? Or
So
I
the
think they
game
might
will
just
be more
published it.
linear then, right?
Not necessarily, because there are open world. Oh
Somewhere
no,
in
no,
the
no.
middle.
Okay, here's a good one. Crystal Dynamics working on an Infamous game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they'd be alright.
I don't think Crystal Dynamics does the best locomotion, which is key to Infamous. Excuse me. But I would still like to see what they could do with it.
3 out of 10.
Nice. Damn, that weak?
Yeah, man, that was weak, dude.
Fuck. Alright. Tay, have anything off the noggin or
Nothing really that comes to mind to me. I don't know.
I feel like you would want like, because what are the games you've been binging lately? I mean, you like Overwatch,
Destiny and
Destiny.
Overwatch.
Yeah. So, what if Bungie did Overwatch?
Yeah.
what if Bungie did a loot-based MMO shooter? My friends, I have a game. Next question.
Next question, last question comes from Jake Jericho, who's actually been giving us quite a few questions recently. Thank you for submitting them and keep submitting them. His question is:
Yeah, give us something to talk about here.
what are PS4's most overrated and underrated titles? Also, what games would Miguel like to spoil the most?
Nice, great question. Miguel, you have an answer for that one, or is it Life is Strange?
Probably, dude, because I feel like you guys are not gonna
Yeah,
play
I started it. I beat episode 1 and I got like 20 minutes into episode 2.
it.
I'm
What
never
were
gonna
you
play it,
complaining
just
about
so-
it, though?
I wasn't really complaining about anything. I just
Oh, man, it's really boring. I'm like, dude,
I didn't
give
say
it
it
a
was.
chance.
I did not say it was boring. I said
Yeah,
the looks
you
looked
did.
real fucked up, but I
sound.
never-
That's how you sound.
I know that, dude. That's a 10 out of 10.
I'm not gonna play Life is Strange ever, just so you can never spoil it. But most overrated PS4 game for me, gonna piss off a lot of people, might lose a couple listeners. Bloodborne. I think Bloodborne is just so overrated. Of course, it's a subjective question. It's not really what it means anything, but I think it just gets so much like it's like the greatest thing ever. When it's just like another Dark Souls, really, with like a little slightly different combat. but don't at me. And most underrated PS4
You're
game.
fired from the podcast for saying that.
Right. Most underrated PS4 game. Let's go with overrated first, and we'll get back to underrated. What do you have to say?
All right, so everyone's gonna hate me for this one too. GTA 4.
GTA 4.
Yeah, I mean 5.
Yeah.
GTA 5. Oh my god. Yeah, GTA 5.
Really?
I understand that Rockstar makes, the best of the best for open world games, but twice I bought that game, and twice I stopped playing it like 10 hours in, and I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't get what everyone else sees in it. Like why? Like I don't understand why it's still one of the top selling games every month. And I'm not. Again, it's subjective. I'm not saying it's a bad game by any means. I respect the shit out of GTA. I just don't understand how people will say it's the greatest game of all time when I feel like I kind of just end up doing the same shit over and over again in it,
Yeah.
I love that game.
Of
Well, I
course,
love
disagree with
the
you on that one.
campaign.
I think the campaign is so good.
I think the online is overrated.
Okay, yeah, I guess I can agree with that then, because the online is what I couldn't really get into.
Yeah,
so,
that part.
So I'll go with
sucked.
that. Then I'll say the
online
online for
sucks.
GTA 5.
And
There
mine,
we go. Yeah, what do you
I
got?
think. Oh man, Destiny.
Ooh, hit me.
I mean, I played the game and I played the expansions and
Wait,
everything.
Miguel, you're not going to go with Overwatch?
No, it's either or, dude. For actually,
Oh no.
You're like enemy number one for me
actually,
now.
yeah. Let's go with Overwatch because I actually played Destiny and I enjoyed it, but I don't see what people see out of it. Like I cannot go and just keep playing the same missions over and over and over again. And with Overwatch, I just don't get it.
Then
It
how
doesn't
do you like
click with me.
LawBreakers though? Because it's basically like the same thing.
Well, I think he likes it.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, but it's like you're playing the same game modes
wait,
over
wait,
and over.
Wait. I don't have to focus on fucking taking
Some
a little
payload.
tank or something and taking it somewhere and relying with actually people that just don't care and just want to get kills. And Lawbreakers to me, it's more like you just jump in, like Call of Duty. You just jump in, play real quick, and get some kills, and that's it.
Well, that's actually one of the things I was comparing it to early on in the beta. Was I was saying it's almost like they took like Black Ops 3, like they
Yeah.
took the powered up like the power up abilities in Black Ops 3 and just made a whole mode about it.
Yep.
So I don't know. You got any overrated?
Yeah,
games,
Overwatch
Jay?
probably.
So,
yeah.
yeah. Tell you anything?
No, because I play like the same 3 games and don't pay attention to anything else. So
That's fair. There's no games that I play that you're just like, fuck this game.
let me think.
You do get like
Probably.
real confused
There's-
whenever I play Persona.
Yeah, I did. I just don't understand it. There's
But
just
that's different from being
yeah, it's just
overrated.
it's
you
not
just don't
overrated.
understand
It's
it.
just it's just not my
don't get it.
Just don't get it,
taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for my underrated game, I actually didn't have one, and I was trying to find one. That's what.
Yeah, you guys already know what mine's gonna be. So
But
Alright, go
my
for it,
game
then.
is actually criminally underrated. Knack. No, just fuck with you.
You fucking serious?
Killzone Shadowfall. Killzone Shadowfall. The Killzone series has
okay.
always gotten so much undeserved shit.
dude,
since
Killzone 2 and
day
3,
one.
I thought were solid games.
We're amazing. We're amazing. Killzone Shadowfall came out. PS4 launched game. Amazing online. Not the world's greatest story, but a good story. Definitely a better like narrative and whatever like story concept than whatever the fuck Ghosts or Battlefield 4 were, the games it was coming up against when it came out. It was honestly, I think, the best shooter of that year. I don't know. Killzone Shadowfall, I think, is the Killzone franchise and specifically Shadowfall out of all are criminally underrated. What else you got?
Well, you guys already know mine, so I'm going to give you two of them because I'm going to say my first one quick. Darkest Dungeon. Every single person on the planet needs to play Darkest Dungeon. I'm not going to go into it too much more.
It's not underrated though, but yeah.
But no one that isn't a hardcore fan of it really knows anything about it. Like even you guys all the time, you're like, what even is the game about? And I feel like I have to explain it all the time. So I'm not going to go too much into that because I never shut up about it. The other one is a Vita game, Grand Kingdom. I think Grand Kingdom is fucking fun as balls, and I think more people should pay attention to it. If you're into strategy, like turn-based strategy RPG games, the combat's pretty interesting. It's like lane-based, but not in the way you would think.
What did you say the name was?
Grand Kingdom. It's on PS4 and Vita, but it's not cross-buy, which is kind of bullshit, and it's also not cross-save, which is also bullshit. So I only just stick to Vita for it. But I think it's a really rad game. Goes on sale frequently. I think normally it's $39.99, but if you could pick it up for like $25, totally jump at it if you like those types of games.
Nice.
All right, this is not mine exactly, but I think everyone probably agrees on Wolfenstein. It's probably one of the underrated games just because of the beginning of the game.
Really? I feel like so many people, I feel like now all of a sudden it's cool to praise Wolfenstein. So, I feel like if you said that 6 months ago, I would have agreed with you, but I feel like now, no one will shut up about Wolfenstein.
What happened to the game is just the beginning, like the first, half an hour. Whenever you started playing, it was just like, what's this? And then you stop playing it.
When people say that annoys me so much.
Yeah, it's some part on the developer team. They messed up with that.
I don't think so, because the first 30 minutes of the game, it was a shooter. You're still playing a shooter at the end of the day,
True,
and really,
true.
30 minutes is what's getting you away from this game. I know people who say the first 12 hours of game are shit, but it gets better after that. But now in this game, 30 minutes.
Especially if you're a casual player, you're just gonna jump in, and if you don't like it real quick, it's like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, a lot of people have that half hour or an hour rule where it's if I don't care about this game after an hour, I'm done.
Okay, I agree with that also, but still, I don't even think the first half hour was that different from the main game. Not the first half hour was people make it like it was.
It is different. It's a lot slower than the rest of the game, dude.
I guess
a lot slower. My actual pick is Battlefield 4. And I'm gonna say why. Just because
that game sold so many copies, though.
Yeah, but at the beginning, how was it?
The servers were ass, and there was no
it didn't sell.
system.
It didn't sell that much at the beginning. It sold after when that was on sale.
It was split between
like
two generations too.
Yeah, but I mean, the game was. I think it's better than Battlefield 1. It's a lot better than Battlefield 1.
I agree.
I just think they're different.
They are different, but in terms, I would play
content-wise
before 1.
And weapon-wise, obviously, I get it.
I do think there does. I didn't get hardcore into Battlefield 4, but it did seem like there was more content up front with Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
There's 4 different guns in Battlefield 1, and they're just because they're just different scopes.
I just hate how long it takes you to unlock new shit in Battlefield 1. Why does it take so long?
Battlefield 1? It doesn't take that long, dude. Are you smoking?
Nah.
It's so easy to get all the guns really quick.
I don't know.
I don't like the system how they have it. It's like they made the game for the casual players, that's the first time obviously with Star Wars they did the same thing.
See, I liked that about Star Wars though, because with Star Wars I
hated that.
Oh man. See, I liked that Star Wars I didn't have to think too much into it. Call of Duty stresses me out because it's fuck, I gotta watch out for this corner.
That's what I
gotta
like
watch this
about
corner.
those
Star Wars, it's I could just jump in and just enjoy a Star Wars game. I'm also the biggest Star Wars fan out of the 4 of us. So
I was gonna mention Rainbow Six Siege, but now everybody's on it because
Rainbow Six Siege is not.
Everybody knows.
No, but at the
beginning,
there's not that much buzz on the surface about that game. I feel like if you know about the gaming industry, you know that game's big. But I feel like if you're just a casual person, you're hey, there's a Rainbow Six game out.
Surprised you wouldn't say Miguel Mass Effect Andromeda.
The game's okay.
Game. I don't know.
The game is okay. You put 10 hours into it in a day and a half.
I put 30 hours on that game. It was just the gameplay is really good. And after they patched the heck of the game, I mean, it's probably great now if you want to play it. But the story is probably... I didn't play the other 3, so I can't compare it to it. But what I play for, it's really good.
Yeah. I wish that I could have went into that game without having the knowledge of 1 through 3, because I feel like I said, I'm just judging it based on the other ones.
I enjoyed the game.
The gameplay itself is fun. It's just the characters. I wasn't into the characters. I didn't really care about the story. Because the story is about them finding a new universe, but it takes place before you resolve the threat on the other universe. Yeah. So it's I don't know. I just thought it was, I don't know. It didn't resonate with me.
Plus, they use pretty much all the same characters as the other games. I think there's like 1 or 2 different species, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Wicked.
So,
All right.
All right. Anyone else got anything left to say for the week?
Bazinga.
oh, dude,
I
really
hate you.
need to stop doing
Got
that.
him. Got him.
Oh my god. Yeah. So if you guys do have any more
better,
questions,
you better close out the show before I get you one more time.
fucking.
I got memes for days.
Oh my god. Can you tell that we were supposed to have another guest on today, and then we? So yeah, if you do have any questions that you want to ask us, feel free to join us on the PS Best Friends Facebook group. Again, that is facebook.com/groups/PS Best Friends. You can also hit us up on the email, which is psbestfriendspod@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Twitter. That's at PSBF Podcast. And this has been PS Best Friends Podcast. Where can people find you, Miguel?
They can find me at PSN at Dark Angel 1010 with a G, and at Twitter at Angel Alvarez 10 with a J.
And
You
Jeffrey?
can find me on PSN Brawl 96, like a brawl, like a fighting. On Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, Mr. Brawl 96. We talked a little bit about PUBG. There's gonna be a little cute PUBG video me and Anthony did. It's gonna be going to my YouTube channel this week, so check that out. YouTube.com/Mr. Brawl 96. And if you want to say hi, you could definitely tweet that at me. I'd appreciate that.
And Tay, where can people find you?
You can find me on PSN at TayX92. That's Tay with 3 Ys. And you can find me on Twitter at TayX92 with just 1 Y.
Question: why the Y's?
Because 1 Y was taken. And so
How
was
about
2.
Okay.
I actually remember when you made that and you got really mad about that. He's like, what the fuck? How many Tays are there? And you can find me on PSN, the only X188. Steam is the same thing. That's spelled ONE, and then the number is 88. You can also find me on Twitter at Anthony Palm. And you can see my new avatar drawn by Jeffrey's brother Billy, and it's fucking dope. So just give him a shout out there. And also, you can check us out. Again, we mentioned we are going to be updating our YouTube channel in about the next week or so. So you can head over there and subscribe for now. And then we're going to kind of pimp out the channel next week because we're going to have a lot more stuff to show you. We are planning on doing the audio podcast as a video. So it's not going to be webcams of us talking. We're working on that, but that's a little bit of a ways off. But we will have it on YouTube. So if you're not into the podcast apps themselves, you can catch us on YouTube as well. And then again, more content will be coming later on, which we will update you on next week.
We'll talk about it a little bit more in the next episode, where we're planning to do.
Yeah, we're just kind of finalizing what we're going to do. So this has been the PS Best Friends Podcast, episode 12 for the week of August 1st. Thank you for listening, and we will catch you next week.
John Cena.
It's already like pinkish.